What is up, nerds? Welcome to Nerds Gone Rogue B-Sides. Remember, you can find B-Sides every Friday at 7 a.m. on your favorite podcast service or on youtube.com/NGR Radio. I'm back. I'm Corey. Joining me, as always, Matthew Keel, Moose Kluel, and for the first time on this show, Josh Brant from Nindie Nation.
Woo! You were about to say Life of Gaming, weren't you?
I almost did. I'm not gonna lie.
Well, you technically, even though it's not going, you still are from Life of Gaming.
That's right. You probably know me from Life of Gaming, but new show, Nindie Nation. Yeah. There we go.
New show.
Hello, gentlemen. Good to be on.
Yeah.
Finally, I'm so happy
Long
you're on.
enough.
Yeah, I know. I'm an asshole.
Matt forever, geez.
It did. Well,
Man.
This is what happens when you put Matt in charge of something.
this is what happened. Well, yeah, I got him on. What was that? You were gone.
That's
Where were
true.
You?
That's
Yeah.
a baby for you.
Yeah.
You to finally get on.
I'm sorry. Poopy diapers have changed my life forever. And then I had a baby. Just kidding. What? Anyways, our topic today, brought up by Mr. Brant. Gaming tattoos.
Yes.
How many you got,
Who has
Brant?
them?
47. You got that
I'm gonna have to
Bioshock one.
slip down here.
Bioshock one's nice.
Let me reveal my. Oh no. Here we
No
go.
nips will get striked.
There we go.
That looks
Yep,
nice.
Bioshock themed lighthouse, underwater city. You've
always
probably
a
played the game
lighthouse.
before, so hopefully you
It's
know
always a boat.
what it consists of. And I'm not done yet. It's going to be a half sleeve, so
Okay.
I'm going to incorporate the Big Daddy little sister, and then going to get the Songbird up there, probably Elizabeth and Booker on the backside, and yeah, going to make a whole artwork about it. But it started off good there, so I thought that was a good first start to it, and yeah.
Nice.
Now, I also know the other one on this show that actually has gaming tattoos is Moose. What you got, Moose?
I have the crest of Hyrule on my right forearm, and then I have Fus Roda on my right forearm. So
Skyrim, man.
Yeah. Oh, dude, I got the.
Now, when
Got
people
the-
see all those on your arm, do people ask you what that is?
Yeah.
Or do they
so
just think do they just think you just have like a bunch of like nails on your arm?
I like a lot of.
You're like, I'm an icicle
I'm in the-
enthusiast.
I wanted to be a carpenter, so I got nails in my arm.
I'm in the Bible Belt.
Welcome.
So,
You're welcome.
Oh. Yeah, that probably gets brought up a
Some
lot.
people are like, so what does that mean? I'm like, oh, it's dragon text from a video game. That's usually like the general answer that I give them. Because
Now,
like,
now
I
when
feel
you say Bible Belt, is that like the Binding of Isaac, where it's the book that gives you flight?
no,
Oh.
no, it's not.
Now, when
It
you say
is-
belt, is it like the tool belt you wear that makes you speed up?
no, I wish. But so I don't mind like people. It's weird for me. Like my tattoos have like personal meaning to me,
Mhm.
and so like you could usually tell if I like you or not. Because like if you ask me what my tattoos mean, and I just give you like a base answer, like oh it's just from Zelda, or it's just dragon text from a video game. I don't want to tell you. Like I'm not close enough to you to like
Right.
let you know. And so like usually that's generally what I tell them, and they're like, oh, okay, cool. And then like I'll like explain it to people that I'm close friends with.
Well,
or
I'm
whatever.
assuming you really love those games.
Yes,
You
I
have.
love Zelda. I got the Zelda tattoo because of Ocarina of Time, and I got it like 9 years after the game came out. So I was gonna get a tattoo. It was my second tattoo because I have the Metallica throwing star on my chest because I love Metallica,
Rock on.
and which I want to get that touched up and like perhaps like covered up because the guy that did a real shitty job and didn't do what I want him to do. So, anyways, but the Zelda tattoo, they did a really great job. Like it still looks like it's new. And so I want to get that touched up and the rest of the Triforce colored in. and then with the Fusroda, I have to get it like touched up because it's got some parts where you could tell like the ink didn't stick too well, and so I just haven't gone back for touch up because that was like 2013 when I got that, so it's been almost 5 years since I got that tattoo. So and I'm itching for another one, and I think I know what my next one will be, and then after that one, I'm gonna save for a really big one I want to put on my shoulder, but I want to get the Hunter's Mark from Bloodborne. I'm going to put it between my shoulder blades.
That's exactly what I was thinking of getting too.
Yeah.
I was going to get that on my other arm.
Uh-huh.
And actually, well, I guess I should say BioShock. That's like one of my favorite series of all time. That's why I got it on my left arm there.
Uh-huh.
And yeah, it just has a very special meaning for me. My wife doesn't get it. Like she didn't want me. She doesn't like tattoos. She didn't want me to get it, but it's always been a passion of mine to have tattoos. So
yeah,
she's a great wife, and so she's let me, do this little project. And like you said, I want to get the Bloodborne Hunter tattoo, and then something from Dark Souls, like I think a bonfire maybe, or something. I've seen some cool tattoos. Yeah. And
get
maybe
a covenant
Solaire.
seal.
But yeah,
get like the sun medal with sunlight.
I was thinking of that too. Like I might get that eventually too. It just depends. So like I want to have money. Yeah, that's true. So like you really have to like save up for it, and it might be multiple sessions, and you really also like want to find like somebody that can really do the art that you want. So because like I have an idea what my next one's going to be. It's just finding somebody that can take that idea, kind of make it their own. Because I don't like to. I like the artist to also like make it their own. Like I don't like to go in and just be like, do this. You know what I mean? And so, just let them. Here's my idea. This is what I'm going to do. What would you recommend doing with it, and how cool do you think you can make it, or something like that, and see what they come up with.
If you go in like you're a dick and just say, "Hey, do this," they probably won't make it look too well. But that's what I said with this. I just gave him the general premise, and I'm like, you just do what you think. And he came up with, I didn't think about the green/blue water effects, and like the light emanating from the lighthouse, and I thought that was a really cool touch. So I'm like, yeah, awesome.
Nice. Yeah. So yeah, like that would be my next one. And actually, I think my next the tattoo after that will be gaming. I think all my tattoos are going to be gaming related, except the Metallica one. But which I was like young and dumb when I got that one. But I like tattoos. Luckily, my wife doesn't mind them, and I think her problem is she wants to get a tattoo, but her problem is like if she gets one, she'll end up like she wants a whole sleeve, and I'm like, okay, let's do this. I'm like, what are you waiting for? Let's go get one. You know what I mean? Yeah, I'm like, come on, let's just go and get a sleeve put on or something.
Pay
like
a few $1,000s, but
yeah, I mean it's an investment, so it's like let's go do it. But yeah,
awesome.
See, there are a couple things that actually hold me back. One is like I've always been a pussy.
You're what you eat.
Yeah, true. And then I've always been worried about how that will affect working in healthcare. I mean, I know that there are like you can wear Under Armour and like long sleeve T-shirts, but I sweat profusely. So. And if I do that, I don't like to stink. And like,
well, like you said, if you put the tattoo in a right place, like I'm in physical therapy, so I am in the healthcare field. I actually work at a nursing facility.
I thought you were. I wasn't sure if I was remembering that correctly.
Yeah. So in a way, I'm in the same field as you. I just have to. I'm just making sure it's up here above the sleeve line. Just make sure, like, if I have a short sleeve shirt that it can stretch long enough. Some of the shirts get too big or too small for me, and then they, start the tattoo shirt, which it's not a big deal because, I mean, as I'm trying to lift somebody, maybe it'll show a little bit, but no one cares there. There's this woman that I work with, an occupational therapist that has tattoos all down their arms, and she covers up, but sometimes she doesn't, and our management doesn't care, fortunately. But
well, I know like I know like a lot of the nursing staff at a lot of the hospital, or both hospitals I work at. A lot of them have like arm tattoos and everything, but I'm under radiology and I have to kind of go by what that director is going to do. And I also never know how they're going to be day to day. So I'm just like, you know what? I'll just avoid it for now.
Yeah. Like I will admit, I was kind of like, when I got the Zelda tattoo, it's kind of like, fuck it. I was like, whatever. You know what I mean? Like I was working at a financial firm, printing 401k statements. My boss didn't care. You know, like nobody really cared. And it's not like the job I worked at previous to that was a printing company, and there was a dude that had like a naked chick on his forearm, and he had to like.
You worked with Pete from Pete and Pete.
So he had to cut like the fingers off a rubber glove and pull the rubber glove up over part of his arm so it would cover it up. When we were training on first shift, like when he moved to third shift, they were like, "What? Do whatever you want, man. No clients, you know, no customers are coming in, no clients are coming in on third shift to see this stuff. So and if they do, we'll give you warning and just like cover it up like you did with a rubber glove or whatever. But it's not like mine's, you know, profanity or whatever. It's just, you know, means something to me, and I like it. And people that see it like are like, "Hey, I love your tattoo." Like the other day, I was driving down the highway and this lady had the Hyrule symbol on the back of her car. So I honked as I drove by and, you know, gave her the thumbs up with my hand, and she saw it and like waved, and you know, had a nice little exchange going down the highway. But
driving totally safe.
Yeah. And then and so I was already working at Lowe's for like 4 years before I got the Skyrim tattoo. So I was already there. People already knew I had a tattoo. So when I got another one, nobody, you know, they didn't really care. So it wasn't that big of an issue. And like I know one of the guys I worked with had like full sleeves on both his arms, and he was always in a long sleeve shirt. It was like a rare occurrence that he was in a short sleeve shirt, and it wasn't, his tattoos weren't like tacky or anything. Like they were nice. Like he had some nice artwork done, and I always liked when he wore short sleeves because I could, you know, like when we would chat, I'd be able to check out the artwork. But he just wanted to keep it up or keep it covered up, kind of like you do. You know, just because, you know, you're like, you never know who's looking, and you're just like, you don't want to deal with that. You know, you want to have a spot where you have the artwork, but it's also kind of covered up for people who, you know, don't necessarily want to see that. So he would just wear long sleeves. And
when I first went out with this tattoo, I was like trying to show it off because I think it's so cool.
He's wearing like tank tops and wife beaters.
I walked into church just in a cutoff. No, I didn't go that far.
Cut off shirt, still had the tie.
He walked into church with no shirt.
And a tie.
Yes,
he had a tie on, and that was it. They're like, "Where's your shirt?" And you're like, "I'm covered in ink."
It's cool because this kid, actually saw it, and he's like, "Oh, that is an awesome," because he knew what BioShock was. And I'm like, "Yeah, is that from BioShock?" And I'm like, "Yeah," and I'm like, "Yeah, I just got it a few days ago," you know, and it's just cool. I like it just because it strikes up that conversation. Like a couple people have said something about it, you know. One person didn't know what it was from, but then I explained it. No, it's I love tattoos. I think it sort of lets people know who you are and, you know, stages of life you've gone through.
It's cool. A lot more people notice the Zelda tattoo than the Skyrim one, but it's cool when it took like a year or two before someone recognized the Skyrim one. In fact, I remember the first time someone did. Like I was at so local to me is the U.S. Whitewater Center, where they do like the Whitewater Olympics, like kayaking and all that stuff. And it's actually a pretty cool center to go where you can go rafting. But anyways, we were going rafting with the family, and the one guy's like, "Hey," he's like, "Nice tattoo." He said that, you know, we had a conversation about it. He's like, I didn't even say anything, but I was like, "Oh, thanks." He's like, "Yeah," he's like, "Skyrim's an awesome game." And I was like, "Hell yeah, it is." So
nice.
It was.
Bloodborne was an antibiotic for your Skyrim bacteria.
Yeah, I think that has become the game I've played the most now. But I got
No.
the. Well, actually, I don't know.
You have it on all the systems.
All one of them. All one of them.
Yeah, all one of them. Bloodborne's I only have it on one system, but it's good. I think I will probably buy Skyrim on the Switch on sale. I think I'm gonna.
I have it on PSVR. That's interesting. Yeah, it's a neat experience for the first few hours.
Do you have it on your fridge though?
That's true. That skit was awesome.
Yeah, that was the best. Like, I wouldn't doubt it. I mean, I agree with Todd.
I eat all the cheese.
Like, we just keep putting it out on stuff because people keep buying it on stuff. So if you would stop buying it, we will stop porting it places, you know? And so
Yeah.
My fridge needs a copy of Skyrim. Then I'll be satisfied.
My toaster.
I need Dragon Tech to tell me when I'm out of milk.
there you go. There you go. Just flash across.
And then you just go, I eat all the cheese.
Why are there 47 wheels of cheese in my fridge? Who put these
Skyrim went
here?
shopping through Alexa.
That was awesome.
Yeah, that was pretty good. He's like, I eat all the cheese. She's like, but honey, you're lactose intolerant. All right, I want you to eat cheese. She wants.
Oh, you're right.
I eat
Thank
all
you
the
so
cheese.
much, dear. You're the best. I eat all the cheese.
Eat all the cheese.
Soy cheese.
Okay, so
Ooh, Deshaun's in the chat.
hey, Deshaun, hi Lee. Don't think we forgot about you because we didn't.
I did. Who's this Lee Navarro character?
Oh, he was on last week. You missed a good time last week. It was yeah, but no, someone had to have a baby.
He's
Go find
back.
some pets and WoW, Lee.
Get your anthropomorphic tiger.
Yeah.
Oh,
No, Lee's
shit.
like, I sit in my ivory tower and have my minions go get my own pets.
Well, that's what he said. Like when he said, I said, you are what you eat. And then he said it later. He's like, you are what you eat. I said, you're a little late, Lee. He's like, I blame the internet. And I said, I blame your ivory tower. I said, it's too high. It takes too long for it to get to you.
So as half of the population on this podcast that does not have a gaming tattoo, I'm going to ask the other half. Hey, Corey,
Yeah.
if you wanted to get a gaming tattoo, what would you get?
I
That's a
don't
good
know.
question.
Yeah.
Dark
I really
Souls.
don't.
No, he'd get Luigi Rabid. That's what he'd get.
No. No. He's,
Mario?
He's a cool character, but I would not have that monstrosity tattooed on my body.
What if you got like the 1-up mushroom from Mario?
I just
Like-
thought I don't want this. I don't want Corey to want this, but I just thought of a really terrible one.
What's
What?
that?
I don't know if I should say.
Now you have to.
Yeah.
Oh, you know Luigi's death stare from Mario Kart 8.
Yeah.
Get
Even
that
better,
near
Donkey Kong.
get that near your private parts. That way, that when your partner goes there, it just sees that. And see, this is why I keep the baby face, because I think of this dumb shit. Like, that's why.
That's the secret.
That is the
Live
secret.
young and
Oh,
prosper.
it's angry.
It's looks like it's happy.
Why is it looking at me? I'm getting mixed messages here.
No, he's just there to remind you to apply a banana peel to keep your banana covered. So you don't-
There you go.
And
Go.
out.
You are out.
And done.
Oh man, I don't know what I would get, honestly. I mean,
A big investment.
Yeah, it is.
I mean, it would probably be like a combination of things. I wouldn't just get one. I'd probably do something like Brant's doing, where I would have like a half or 3/4 sleeve of something of like a mixture of like, I don't know, things that I like that aren't all related to video games, but just like a collage of stuff. Like, I don't know, maybe like throw in a NES controller and some Ninja Turtles and maybe Indiana Jones, something in there.
Yeah.
Maybe some Halo or Destiny or Horizon, something in there. Like, I don't know. It would have to be like a big collage of stuff. I wouldn't want to just get one thing. I would want to do like some kind of cool collage type thing.
Sounds pretty cool. Yeah.
Like a back tattoo. That'd be awesome. Just go to the beach, and it's just this big scene, and it's just like, there's a lot going on here, but it's really well done.
Yeah, it's like a Where's Waldo book of nerd stuff on my back.
Right. Yeah.
Literally everything's like this big, and you'd have to. There's a legend by my ass crack that just look for these things.
You got to open it up to see secret.
No.
You can look at my butt cheek checklist to see what you found.
Oh my.
Man,
that's terrible.
That's funny.
You're
Good
welcome.
time. You're welcome.
Well,
Gaming tattoos are awesome.
Welcome. They are.
Boost Road Dom, motherfucker.
Wow.
I don't know if I said that right. I probably didn't say that right.
I don't know.
You said Fusroda.
Is that the correct way to say it? I don't know.
That's how to say unrelenting force. Yes.
I've only played the same hour of Skyrim like 4 times. So, I don't know.
Like, we were talking about it last
According
night.
to Alan Heinen in the chat, Moose, you would get the cover of Bloodborne across your back.
Ooh.
What you should do is you should get isn't the hunter on the Bloodborne cover from the back? What if you got the hunter with it shirtless and it had you just did like one of those, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Like a tattoo on a tattoo on my back.
It's like that episode of Beavis and Butthead where they're like, I'm gonna get a tattoo of a butt with a butt shaped tattoo on it. Put it right on my butt. Oh, I'm glad I could just bring this down maturity wise. You're welcome.
Maybe like that would be cool to do maybe like the 2 weapons. Like I could do like Evelyn and like the Kirk hammer crossing each other. Like that would be pretty cool somewhere.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I could see Matt having Overwatch tattoo.
No, I could see Matt having a Spelunky tattoo.
Oh, there we go.
Nah.
Or I could see. Well, no, you wouldn't.
What if Matt's back would just be like a Spelunky like level, and it would just be like the guy.
Just randomized.
All right, now I'm on board. We're just gonna randomize my back.
Or what if you got like the sleeve tattoo of the skull and then like the lines from Helldivers? Like it was a tribal tattoo on your arm, but it was like that would be pretty cool. I often thought about getting the skull from Helldivers somewhere because love that game. That game's so good.
That was a great game back in the day. Lots of good co-op.
Still a good game now. I mean, it's got a lot of
I mean, it's only gotten better over time. They've only added cool stuff to it.
I really want to hear something about a new game this year or next year, man. I want to hear something about. I want to hear Helldivers 2 because they had a lot of success with that game.
Yeah, I feel like they had more than anybody really. They had more. I feel like they had more than
way more than they were expecting.
Yeah, they had way more than they were expecting, but they had like more than I thought they had, and I thought they were relatively successful.
Yeah.
But no, if I were to do a gaming tattoo, to be 100% honest, I'm not sure I'd do one.
You do a music tattoo.
No, the one tattoo I've always sort of had in my head, and I've had it in my head for just over 5 years, is one of my favorite pieces of media in the world is the comic strip Calvin and Hobbes. And I would have Hobbes, all of Calvin's little characters that he had, like the detective, Spaceman Spiff, Stupendous Man. I think there's like 1 or 2 more that I'm foggy on right now, but I would have all of them like together, and then Calvin would actually be sitting on Hobbes's shoulders, holding up a platinum trophy.
Ooh,
and in the circle of the platinum trophy would be the number 98, because that's what I got in extra school. Like that was how I finished.
Okay.
So like all of it, I mean, like I think that like I still look at the entire Calvin and Hobbes run. I try and do it once a year, and I still learn from it every time. I don't really use it as like the end all be all, and like I wouldn't really say that like we need to refer to that, but like it still illuminates stuff about me that I like. Hey guys, just so you know, Jason Marshall is in the chat. We can start now.
Oh,
He says we can start. Okay, so forget what we've been doing for like the past.
Oh, we
half
can
hour.
start. We can start.
Yeah, we can start. We can start now. We can start. Nerds Gone Platinum's in the house.
That
We can
was a
start.
fake show.
let's go.
I like Deshaun's it. He's like matching it the Wu-Tang W.
Yeah, well, see, like that would be like,
That would be
and
cool.
I've thought about things to incorporate into that tattoo, and like one things would be MF Doom's mask, and the Wu-Tang symbol would be another one. I haven't really figured out how I would, but they are on my mind, Deshaun, and I'm glad you and I are in sync there. Corey, I think we can wrap this B-side. What do you say?
Yeah, I suppose we can do that. Thank you guys so
tired
much.
there, Corey.
Yeah. We're just gonna say yes.
Josh,
No,
you've done
look,
this three times. You know the answer.
I know.
No, this
I
is
know.
the latest I've stayed up in the last like month. So but yeah, anyways, thank you guys so much for watching the B-sides here on Nerds Gone Rogue. Remember, you can find this show every Friday, as well as our main show, Nerds Gone Rogue, on Mondays at 7 a.m. Eastern Time on your podcast service of choice and on our YouTube page. Thank you so much for watching. Check out Brant's podcast, Nindie Nation,
Yes.
on your podcast service of choice. Thank you guys so much for watching. And until next time, we love you.
Bye.
B-side Nana and out.
You're welcome.